Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 41 and I'm your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host Noelle Herzog.
Hi.
Hi, Noelle. What a great live podcast we had.
It was one of the best days of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than your wedding?
No. Well, maybe. No. 90 Day Fiance live podcast was so much fun.
Yeah.
I haven't had such a good time and been so relaxed and like just happy. We had a great person on it with us.
Yeah, Sam Roberts is amazing.
Yeah.
So Sam from Jim and Sam, the show on Sirius XM channel, I think it's 103 Faction. What a great...
It was amazing.
What a great guest. He's so into the show, too.
He's so thorough. He knew exactly what he was talking about. He was never lost. Like, he's wonderful.
Yeah, he was great. And
he was like one of us.
He is one of us. He is one of us.
He was great. Like, I was so comfortable with him there.
Yeah, for sure. We had an amazing crowd. Packed house.
They laughed at everything.
No matter what we did, they laughed. I wish I could have more crowds like that in my life.
Yeah, me too. Like to just be like, "Hey guys, I woke up today," and they'd be like, "Yeah, hi."
Yeah, I know. People traveled from Portland, Oregon, from Delaware, Ohio.
Yeah.
The craziest
I think someone
things.
came from Wisconsin.
That's insane. So it was just really nice to have everyone there. If you came to the podcast, thank you so much for being there. If you didn't, you were literally dead to me.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening. As always, we're here to talk about a brand new season.
I mean, this is exciting because I was craving new people.
I feel like my life is starting over. I feel like I am reborn, if you will.
I know. I was just, all I wanted was new people. And you know what? I think some of these people are going to deliver.
I really hope so. We're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance, the regular, straight up 90 Day Fiance, the OG show.
Yeah.
The show that got it all started. Season 7, episode uno.
Uno.
I'm here for this.
I mean, listen, I'm here for it too. I can't wait. Like I was telling you, I can't wait until we meet everyone.
I will miss Darcy forever.
She's going to be back.
Okay, good.
She's going to be back.
We're going to start off with Anna. She's 38. She's from Nebraska, and she's a beekeeper.
She's really funny.
She's a very silly goose.
Yes. She's a beekeeper. She seems like a very positive person. I think she seems like a nice person.
I think she seems like a little bit naive. How's that?
For sure.
She has 3 children, 3 boys, 15, 14, and 6. She's a single mom. Bless you.
So many things happening.
And she said that her ex is really mean. He's not around.
Yeah, but now he's no longer around for the past few years. And it's like, so he was around and now he's not. Right.
She's a beekeeper and she says she gets stung by bees a lot.
But why isn't she wearing gloves?
Don't you wear a whole suit?
Right. She only has the suit. She doesn't have gloves or a mask on. Like,
is this maybe why you're getting stung?
Yeah.
Did you not purchase the whole outfit?
No, she didn't.
Noelle.
Yeah.
You just wear the suit.
But that's what I mean. Don't you? That's like going into space without a helmet.
Right.
on.
And you're like, well, my head explodes sometimes.
Right.
Because I don't wear my helmet all the time. I didn't buy the whole spacesuit.
I only bought what I could afford.
I just bought the joggers.
That's what I mean. I don't get it. Like, why are at least your hands covered?
You know what, Noelle?
What?
No one will know.
Write a letter.
She'll probably be like, I don't know. I didn't know you can get the gloves.
I mean, maybe I should DM her.
We don't have the gloves in Nebraska.
But shouldn't her boyfriend in Turkey tell her about the gloves?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, sorry.
She said that she got too many naked photos from American men.
I mean, she's not wrong.
So she met Murcel. Mm-hmm. He's from Turkey. Mm-hmm. He works in finance. And they met through a beekeeping group on Facebook.
I think that's adorable. That really, it takes a
to be honest with
person.
you, it's like, how could this not work?
That's what I mean. It's got to work.
You both like bees. Like no one else likes bees.
Nobody likes bees.
I know that probably our friend Lauren is listening to this and losing her mind because bees are her biggest fear.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he's Muslim,
Okay.
Murcel, and he takes care of his body. And she's from the Midwest, so you know
she doesn't
fill in the blanks.
Right. He looks like a baby man.
He's 38, Noelle.
He does not look 38.
If he's 38, then I'm 17.
That's what I mean. If he's 38, I'm at your sweet 16 right now.
If he's 38, then Eric from 90 Day Fiance is 38 as well.
That's true. That's true.
Please, guys. He proposed over video chat. So she went to Turkey, and right away they got his K1 visa. It seems like these K1 visas, they're just like dishing them out.
They're just throwing them out. You get a visa. You get a visa.
K1. So he comes next week, right?
Right.
The kids are, I don't know. They're like, Mom, what are we doing here?
They think it's just more like, okay, have your little Turkish friend
Sure.
come. Right.
So they're like, we should give him bacon.
But what's with the frying pan?
What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
It's jacked up. That frying pan is jacked up.
I mean, you can't go to the store to buy beekeeper suits. You think you could just go to the store and buy frying pan?
I guess not. So she's making French toast and bacon. Yeah, that's right. They're like, we're going to feed him bacon. She's like,
no, you can't. He's Muslim. The kids are like legit worried, right? So she meets up with her friend Jamie at a wine bar.
Right.
She sounds dumb. I don't know if it's just her voice.
She's like oblivious.
She reminds me of, what is the woman's name from SNL that used to be like superstar?
Oh, Molly.
Mary Ellen?
No.
The character's name.
Oh, yeah, Mary Ellen.
Okay, well, she's like her. That's who she sounds like.
Okay.
So they talk to him on video chat, the kids. And she's telling everyone like, oh, no. Like it doesn't matter that he doesn't speak English and I don't speak anything that he speaks in Turkish, because we speak, and this is a quote, we speak basic Turkish and English.
But also it doesn't matter because she just doesn't want to date a pansy.
Right. So she said that they joke around a lot. They don't
joke around.
They look at each other. That must be a staring match.
It's so funny because like he'll say something and she'll say something. He's like, kiss you. Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't know.
Like,
so
what?
I got to tell you, I think she might be an alcoholic.
She is an alcoholic.
Because her friend Jamie is like, so are you going to tell him that you drink? And she's like, I'm not giving up my drinking. And it's like, oh, this is a part of your life.
Right. Like, oh, this is something you need to do, not something you like to do.
She said that she needs some challenges, and she's dated guys afraid of bees.
I mean,
oh dear. She didn't think about him being a stranger. She didn't really think like, oh, he's a stranger and I'm bringing him to a house with my 3 children.
Right. No, not at all. Why would you think that?
She said they talk a lot about their bees. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
What are they like? Bee,
right. Bee, buzz.
Bzz, bzz. She's scared the boys will be nasty to him, right?
I mean,
so it's time for her to pick him up at the airport, and she's wearing a red wedding ring set.
Yes, I noticed.
And he's wearing a wedding band.
Yeah.
I don't know. Murcel seems pretty lame.
Yeah, he's super lame. He meets Omar.
She said that they can have basic conversations.
But what does that mean exactly?
Hi.
Hello.
That's it. Because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything and she doesn't know anything. They literally cannot speak.
But they have no chemistry at all.
Nothing.
Either.
So they cannot speak. He brings over Omar.
This was so awkward.
It was so funny.
I know.
This was my favorite part of the whole show.
I know it was.
So he's like, Omar. So she meets him and she's like, okay, but who are you, Omar?
Right.
Who is Omar?
And they're
and
like, what? I can't hear you.
What? Anyway, they stay at a hotel by the airport. So he flew into Chicago?
Okay, right. So they're driving and he's like, oh, Nebraska? And she's like, no, Nebraska's so far away. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm thinking, but isn't she from Nebraska?
I think he flew into Chicago.
Yeah.
And they're staying in a hotel.
And they're staying at a hotel. Her feet are so dirty.
Wow.
She lives in this out there.
She's in a beehive.
Yeah, I guess.
Anna seems like she's going to be facing some very difficult struggles ahead with her new boo from Turkey. And I think that everyone needs to talk about their problems sometimes. And a great way to do that is to use BetterHelp online counseling. They're there for you. You can talk to a licensed professional counselor who are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, self-esteem, addiction, all these great things, and anything you share is confidential. I use it currently on my app on my iPad. You could use it on your phone. You could use it on your tablet. You could use it on your computer. You can text. You can video chat. You can just do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And it's just so great because there's financial aid available for those who qualify. It's secure, it's convenient, it's professional, and best of all, it's truly an affordable option for therapy. 90-Day Fiance Trash Talk listeners get 10% off your first month with discount code Fiance. So why not get started today? You can go to betterhelp.com/fiance. That's BetterHelp.com/fiance. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor that you will love. That's betterhelp.com/fiance. Okay. Michael's 42.
I can't. Michael is going to be, he's going to be it for me.
Okay. He's a wine guy. He's a self-proclaimed wine guy. What does that mean,
I don't
Michael?
know. He's in the wine industry.
Okay. So he said he's an entrepreneur.
He waddles.
That's what's wrong with him?
He waddles.
Oh, is it his walk?
It could be that his shirt is too small. That's another thing that's wrong with him.
He imports, distributes wine. He's really into sports cars and vintage guitars. Do we smell a little bit of Tim here?
Yeah, right? I was thinking the same thing. But this guy, you could tell he grew up having money. He has money now. Just the way he speaks.
He wants everyone to see his cool watch.
Right.
He travels a lot. So he meets Juliana in Brazil. Actually, in Croatia. She's from Brazil. He meets her on a yacht party. On a yacht party.
Yeah.
She's 20 years old and she's from Amazonia, Brazil. Okay. Noelle. And she's a seamstress. So she's from this tiny little place in Brazil.
Right.
How do you think, pray tell, she got on a yacht party in Croatia?
So from what I hear, when you yacht, you're a prostitute.
Oh, yeah. A prostitute.
That's what I hear.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this.
She's a seamstress,
right?
You don't think that she saved her seam money up
to get on this yacht?
To get on the yacht in Croatia? Mm-hmm. She's a model. She got discovered by a modeling agency because they were on safari.
Right. They were in her small little village. They needed a hem.
They were in the rainforest, and they were like, "My pant leg keeps getting wet in this rainforest.
Can you hem this for me?
You're
beautiful.
Do you want to be a?" We were actually not looking for models right this second.
We were just looking for a hem. Oh, that's funny.
Well, anyway, she's Miss Amazonia.
So she has access to all his credit cards.
Yeah. No good?
Here's the thing. I'm thinking it's no good. But maybe it is good for her.
Yeah, but he's going to support her financially.
Oh, okay, good.
And so she was coming to visit, right? Mm-hmm. The U.S. And they thought, Noelle, this is kind of nuts.
Let's hear it.
They thought she was a hooker and they denied her visitor's visa.
Why would they think that?
I don't know.
It's so crazy.
She's a seamstress.
In the rainforest. She's a rainforest seamstress.
She makes monkey pants. She makes snake jackets.
I mean, I might pay for one of those.
Oh, my God. So he has 2 kids, and he has 50-50 custody,
right.
Max and Cece.
Right.
He wants to know how to make Juliana comfortable in the country, and Cece suggests she get her an American Girl doll.
Right, which I love.
Honestly, Cece was so on point. Because she's like, listen, I want to get her something age appropriate.
That's so true, though.
She's like, she wants to be an American girl. She's marrying my dad. Get her an American Girl doll.
That's funny.
These kids are great.
Okay, so he's been divorced for 2 years.
Right. But he's going to go to Brazil for her interview.
Right. You're right, though. These kids are great, by the way.
These kids are smart.
These kids are great. I love Max.
I think they're both amazing.
No, I know.
So they think that she's too young. And apparently she's 12 years older than his son, right? So the son's 8. And the son is like, she's like one of us.
Right. And he's right.
It is hilarious. So he bought a new big house. He was renting an apartment in Greenwich, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. And then he decided because the kids are getting bigger and, he's going to be adopting Juliana from Brazil.
Right.
He needs to get a bigger house for his foster kid. Mm-hmm. So he bought a house just around the corner from his ex-wife.
Of course.
I think it's kind of cool.
Listen, they seem to have a really nice relationship. It's not creepy and like a Tim and Veronica.
No, I liked
way.
it.
Yeah, I like them. I like her.
I like that
too.
he didn't want to alienate himself from his children.
No, not at all. They seem to be like, you know how like you see some of these people, they're like ready to drop their kids.
Yeah, no, he was
he's
like,
not that person.
No, he was like, I'll get a bigger house and then everyone can fit.
That's really nice.
So Cece has on a full hot pink lip.
Yes.
And she's like, it's really unusual that this girl is coming here to marry my dad.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Juliana, you're like 2 years old. I love it.
I love all of these people.
These children are just
I know.
so
They're going to
truthful.
win this series.
I think so too.
Yep.
Him and his ex, when they had met, they were young. They had kids young.
Right. They grew apart, basically.
He's still wearing the same shirt that he met his wife in. Because those buttons are ready to pop off.
Those buttons are crying. They're
know what he
crying.
looks
They
like?
need help. His seamstress should help him.
He needs a seamstress.
Yes. Yeah. Now it all makes sense.
Noelle, he looks like... Do you remember the pillow pals of the 80s and 90s?
Do you think I could ever forget a pillow pal?
He is tucking... What does he even have under his shirt, though?
It looks like he has stuffing in his shirt.
It looks like he has put
like
a
he's
pillow.
the scarecrow.
Or maybe...
Yeah.
Okay, you ever see like an undercover cop and they have their
bulletproof
Their
vest
bulletproof
on underneath
vest.
their Hawaiian shirt.
and you're like, guy,
right.
first of all, you got a mustache, so I know you're a cop.
I know you're a cop.
You have on very clean Timbs, and you're pretending to be a construction worker.
And you're drinking a coffee and eating a donut.
You're a cop.
You're a cop.
You have a bulletproof vest on.
Yeah.
I could see your vest.
I see it.
This maybe he has a vest on.
Maybe he's an undercover. Maybe he's a DT.
His ex-wife is pretty cool though.
She seems really nice. I have to tell you, her kitchen is pristine, and I can't believe she has 2 children that live there. With
Yeah,
such
I mean they got a
clean
ton
kitchen.
of money. He says to his ex-wife when they're talking, he goes, "Well, she is a much younger woman."
I mean, you think?
Okay, Michael, we get it.
Also, she's not a woman. She's not even a woman.
She's
yet.
a child. Stop it.
She's a girl.
She's a baby girl.
That's creepy. I don't know. I think,
But I thought that like he didn't really put too many digs, and the ex-wife is like, "Yeah, I
she
don't really
doesn't care. She doesn't care.
She's like, "I had to live with you for all of these years.
Right.
It was awful.
I had to be your beard for all of this time.
Let her be
basically.
your beard
Yeah.
now. This is not cool."
No, there's something really weird about this. I'm sorry. She's 20. She's a kid. What are
Very
you doing?
strange. Let's talk about Tanya. She's 29. She's also from Connecticut.
I don't like her.
She's sex store shopping.
Okay. I don't like her. She is going to be my new Tiffany. Not because her
She's worse
man
than
is
Tiffany.
in South Africa. I don't like her at all.
Okay. Honestly, though, it's a lot of very parallel things.
Yeah.
Tiffany was much prettier and much more likable.
Tiffany was way more likable than her.
Yeah.
But I already know that she's like my least favorite.
She is sex store shopping. She said she likes to take libido boosters. She's a
so
bartender
insecure.
and a social activist.
No, she's so insecure.
They show a video of her getting arrested on CNN.
Uh-huh.
Stop.
But stop. Also, she's so insecure. Like, oh, I'm at a sex toy store. Here's the thing. You're doing that not because you want to do
So
it.
that
You're
people
doing
think
it-
that you're desirable.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, she was single for 6 years and then she went on a dating app and she met some guy that flew her to South Africa and he turned out to be a bad guy.
I'm shocked. Also, he flew her out the next day. They were talking for 1 day.
Yeah, well,
It's weird.
she met the bartender at the club that she went to,
Right.
Sinjin.
Right.
She ended up staying for 2 months. You know, like when you go to a bar and you meet the bartender and then you live with him for 2 months?
So my friend went to Thailand
Yeah.
for 2 weeks and she came out 3 months later.
Who'd she meet?
I don't know if she really met anybody, but that's just like who she is.
Maybe she just really liked the cheap food.
She just liked it. And I'm like, but where did you live? She's like, around. I'm like, oh, that
no,
makes
that's
no
not
sense.
an answer.
All
That's
right,
actually
cool.
not an answer.
Yeah.
So she stayed 2 months and then she went back to South Africa for Sinjin. She said he's a mountain man.
What do you think of him?
I don't know. So she's Venezuelan.
Right. But why does she have to keep saying she's brown?
Because she's a social activist.
It's like, okay.
But she's trying to we know that she is Hispanic because she said that
Right.
she's Venezuelan, but she needs to drive that point home.
But I get it. I don't understand.
No, you don't get it.
Oh, okay.
She has to keep reminding you.
But she's saying that he grew up racist.
So he grew up,
Right.
South Africa is segregated and was
Right.
segregated for many years. He grew up in a racist culture and she's trying to change that. This is her project.
But here's the thing. He bangs her. So he's not racist. I don't know. I'm just throwing this
No,
out
but
there.
she's saying like that she's going to change all his views. Because, you know, she's a social activist. She loves getting arrested. Mm-hmm. Anyway, she told him that they're getting married and his K-1 visa was approved. Boom.
Right. It's amazing. Another one. You get a K-1 visa. It's amazing.
Well, I'll tell you this. She's Venezuelan, so they're making arepas.
Right. I know.
I am down
Honestly,
for that.
As soon as I saw her doing that, I'm like, maybe I do like you after all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please don't be so
Yes.
judgmental, Noelle.
Yes.
She's moving into her mom's shed.
What's wrong with her mother?
I don't know.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
And she's moving into the shed. So, like, I wish my mom had a shed like that.
But the shed isn't done. But I think it's just a bedroom. Like, I don't think there's a bathroom.
I thought it
it's
was
just
almost like a guest house.
No, I think it's just a shed.
Yeah, maybe a she
Like-
shed.
Right, but I'm not sure that there's heat.
Oh, all right.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So her mom said that she's like, don't come out of the shed because I'm going to be in the hot tub.
At 7 a.m.
What? How?
That's what she's like, don't come out. And she's like,
She's
Mom,
like,
it'll
at
be
7
a.m. We're sleeping.
Why are you in?
What are you talking about? Also, they have a 6-burner stove. Very nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
they make all the arepas.
I know. I want an arepa right now.
Her mom met him last year. She went to South Africa to meet him.
That's pretty cool.
Right. So she said that he's a slacker.
Right.
And she wants kids and he doesn't.
Right.
And honestly, her mom just looks like she's from the Bronx.
That's what I think it is, though.
I think she is, though.
Oh, I know. She definitely is.
So she has lunch with her sister, Tiana. So
Right.
Tania and Tiana.
Right. I know.
Everything's
There's-
fine.
it's
Everything's
great.
fine.
It's great.
So she said that even after they get married, it's going to be 5 to 7 months before he gets his work permit. But she
Right.
wants to have kids and travel the country.
But that's not a thing.
That's the opposite.
Right. Those are opposites. You want a yin and yang.
Which one do you want? Do
Right.
you want to have kids or travel the country?
Right. Pick one.
Her sister doesn't think she's the marrying
Her
kind.
sister is giggling this whole time.
Her sister's like, you're not even a nice person.
Right. Like, you're a bitch.
Well, he's coming, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
And she asked her 2 best friends to come with her
Monique and Marion.
to the airport. Why? Why are we doing
I
that?
don't know. I guess because it's in New York City and she wanted to stay in New York City for the night with her friends beforehand.
Oh, okay. I kind of get that.
Yeah.
Well, in the morning, it's the morning that they're going to pick him up. She's showered and they're like, oh, your makeup looks good. She's like, it's still on from last night.
Right. I don't get it.
Okay. So when you went in the shower, why didn't you wash your face?
This is what I mean. Like, that's why it's like, did you take a bath?
Like, what are you washing?
I don't know. Did you cover your face with a bag?
Can you...
What did you do? Did you purposely not wash it?
Can you wash your face?
It's a bright ass lipstick too.
Why? Can you wash your face?
Right. Wash your face.
Oh my God. Well, don't worry, because she is late to the airport. Very, very late.
Let me tell you something. That I don't like lateness. It's like a pet peeve of mine. I get it. I get very anxious if I'm going to be late in general.
I mean, they're on 2nd Avenue in downtown
but
Manhattan.
what are you thinking?
And he's landed.
Right, and you have to go to like LaGuardia or God forbid
She has to go to
JFK.
Kennedy. She has to go to Kennedy. It's
my
international.
God. Oh yeah, yeah.
What are you doing?
She's out of her mind, and that bothers me so much. You're that late to wear that ugly ass dress too.
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
she has a sex corner in the hotel room.
But it's annoying.
She has natural lube and she has natural condoms.
Keep reminding me how much you love sex, and you're gonna just keep reminding me.
Okay, but
how much
also
you hate
natural
yourself.
condoms, like what
aren't real. They don't do
Isn't
anything.
it just like baloney?
So it's like lambskin.
Yeah, but you can still get everything through them.
right. So you can get STDs through them, and you can get pregnant.
So just put
I don't know the
bologna.
point.
So just use bologna.
Yeah, but it tastes better.
I mean, to some
I
people,
love
because you're
bologna.
garbage.
I love bologna.
Anyway, let's move on to Emily and Sasha.
This is bad.
This is great.
This is bad.
I think you mean great. I think you're confused.
She is the new Caesar.
No, she's new.
Dumb.
She's dumb.
Yeah.
She's real dumb. I like this. Emily and Sasha, she's 29. She's from Portland and she's living in Russia, but she doesn't know Russian. So that's good.
But it's amazing she's been living there for 3 years.
And she's an English teacher. So you would think that
you would think
maybe she would absorb the language a little bit. But guess what? No.
I'm very like, what the hell with this girl?
In her 20s, she was a real hoe bag.
I mean, who wasn't?
She was a raver and a party girl.
Right?
And she thought that Russia was beautiful.
Right.
She's like, I'm going to teach in
It
Russia.
was a wonderland.
AKA the slums.
Does she not know what Russia is?
Did you Google
Did you Google?
Did you Google where you were going to go move to?
Because Russia...
There's this thing called Google Maps, right?
Right.
You could put an address in and you could see the street. There's a picture of it.
Here's the thing. I'm not shaming. I'm not talking shit about other countries because, you know I get in trouble for these things. My friend's grandmother lives in Russia.
Yeah. How's that?
She has wooden teeth.
Oh my God, I remember you telling me
wooden
this.
teeth. You think it's a fucking wonderland where you're going. She has wooden teeth.
You know who else had wooden teeth?
Who?
George Washington. They're really absorbing our American culture.
I know.
Well, she met Sasha, a trainer at the gym. Oh, it's also cold in Russia, by the way.
Russia's like the coldest
Google
place
it!
ever. I know.
He's a trainer at the gym, and she's the first American he ever met.
Right, I hate him.
So she is in her interview wearing a shirt that is a crisscross shirt held together by a safety pin. Mm-hmm. Do you think we can't see that?
No.
Pick a shirt that fits you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Pick a struggle.
He asked her to marry him with no ring because I don't see a ring.
She is also a catfish compared to pictures.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Or because
she's 39.5 weeks pregnant. She's not a catfish.
So, but
she's
why
pregnant.
are you choosing to have a baby in Russia? That is wild.
Well,
have you not watched Olga?
Emily, did you watch the show?
That's what I mean. What are you thinking? She gave birth in hostel, basically. Emily.
Well,
we saw her guts.
The baby's doing 4 days.
I mean, Olga, not Emily. Yeah.
The baby's doing 4 days and Sasha's 32.
Right.
So basically, this is his third wife.
Third wife, third kid.
Yeah.
You don't see a pattern, though.
No. What? What's the pattern?
What's wrong with her? When she's talking, she's like this. I'm his third wife. You know, this is like his third kid, but like we're gonna last because the other two were mistakes. He just married his mistakes.
She said that he touched her. Show me on the bear where he touched you.
Right. Show me on the bear. You're putting a diaper on.
Yeah.
Where he touched you.
But but that's what I'm saying. Like she's like, show me on the bear how to put
but she literally
how to put a diaper on.
She said he married his mistakes.
Yeah, no.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, there were mistakes the other
What's
two
wrong
because
with
it was
you?
Noelle first wife mistake,
right,
baby,
right.
Second wife mistake, baby.
But he left second wife for you.
Yeah, but he left the first wife for the second wife.
Right.
Oh, okay. This might be a thing. But it's not because she said this is different. Because
of course it is.
And he said this is the key. You ready? He said he's a good guy.
Oh, all right. So then we're wrong.
You are confused.
Okay.
So they go toy shopping with Daniel, his oldest son, and he only sees him on holidays.
But it's a great guy. He's only like his kid on holidays.
But Noelle, he's really good with him on the holidays.
But also, it must be the wife's fault, the ex-wife's fault.
Oh,
that's what it is.
It's the ex-wife's fault. She's not nice to him.
No, right. So that's why he's only allowed to see the kid on holidays.
I honestly could have a kid if I only had to see it on holidays. Because I would also become a Jehovah's Witness.
I mean, I would also be a mom.
I'd be like, I'll see you on Christmas. Also, I don't celebrate.
I would have had a baby so long ago, though.
What do you mean? Oh, if you only had to see it like 4 times a year?
That's what I would have like 4 kids, like all around. I'd spread my seed around.
Wait, so you would have like 3 kids with 3 different guys?
Probably.
Oh, interesting.
I wouldn't have married the guys, though. No way. Too much paperwork.
There's 4 days. Her sister Betsy Skypes with her, right? And she's skeptical.
I'm shocked.
4 days till her due date. She's pretty small as far as pregnant people go.
Yeah.
And she like shows the camera and she's like, oh my God, I'm huge. And she's like, yeah, you are huge. She's not.
She's not at all.
Don't say things like that. So Betsy's like, do you think that your nurses might not speak English?
And she was like, no, but I know Russian. But
She's like,
I don't though.
You don't know Russian at all. So Sasha will be in the room and so everything's going to be okay.
Right.
And Emily says, trust me, this is going to be okay.
Right. And her sister's like, I don't think that's true.
So yada, yada, yada. She's talking to her sister at this cafe. Then she feels dizzy in the cafe and she calls him and he has to come.
She's anxious. She's anxious about that her sister knows what's up. That's all it is.
Well, my favorite couple so far. Robert is 41.
This is your favorite couple.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
It's going to be really good. Robert is from Brooklyn, but living in Florida.
Right. Where? Winter Park? Yeah.
Okay. Do you know why people do these things? How many of your friends, just kind of like off the top of your head, have made bad choices and had to move to Florida?
At least a dozen.
I would say more of mine.
No, I said at least.
Yeah, I would say at least
I
25
probably
of
dated
mine.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I have more friends in Florida than I do in Brooklyn, probably.
Same.
Yeah. Right?
Like, if I go to Florida, I don't want to go to Florida.
Right.
Because I'll have to, like, hang out with so many people.
That's what I mean. I couldn't just go to Florida on vacation.
If I went to Florida, I'd have to not let anyone know I
Florida
was
is
there.
where you go like
you screw up.
when you're not allowed somewhere else.
Sure.
Right.
So he met Annie. She is from 30 years old from DR. He's an Uber driver. And he has a son, Bryson. And he's a single dad because his ex left him with the baby.
Just moved out without a word.
They met through a mutual friend on Facebook. And so instead of going to see her, instead of going to you can just go to DR. You know that, right? He booked a cruise that stopped in DR for 8 hours.
But what if he didn't like her? That's funny. It's like, hey, I don't like her. I gotta go. My cruise is calling. Gotta go.
He spends 8 hours with her.
He goes, shorty is popping and lit. What does that mean?
Oh, it means he likes her a lot.
Oh, all right. She's popping and lit. I want to be popping and lit.
Well, too late. You're married.
Okay.
He spent 8 hours with her and he asked her to marry him. No ring, K1 visa approved.
I mean, it's really amazing. These people, and we were worried about Avery and Omar.
I know. So she's moving to Florida this week.
Right.
And Annie he wants Annie to take care of him and his son.
He wants a babysitter.
Sure.
Basically.
And she wants an iPhone and a ring. And he said he's going to spend 1 month's salary on her. But he's worried about money. He said he can't afford the big iPhone she wants or the expensive ring.
Right.
So he goes to a lingerie store.
Right. He can afford the lingerie, though.
Right.
That what a dirtbag. I hate guys like that.
So Tareen, is that the saleswoman's name? She's like, well, what size do you think your girlfriend is? And he says, well, she got a big old butt.
But she's a small. It's like she ain't
right.
small.
So Tareen wants him. So she takes the dummy, right? And she's like, imagine this corset and on her, and he's like, I can't. It's got no legs.
I know, that was wonderful.
He's Tracy Morgan.
I didn't even put that.
He is
together.
Tracy Morgan. Tareen on the way out goes, this is such a zinger. Sounds like you have an incredible bond. So as he's checking out, she sends a million mad faces to him.
Yes.
And he's like, why are you sending so many mad faces? So apparently he sent her money, but like she's having an ID issue at Western Union.
Right.
You know, there needs to be a better way for American men to send Dominican women money.
But Venmo doesn't work?
No, I think you got a Western Union because they probably don't have bank accounts.
Oh,
I've been involved in something like this, not personally,
I'm shocked.
but I used to work for someone who would send money to the DR all the time, and I spent most of my life in Western Union.
I remember this.
Oh, what a struggle. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. Make sure you're following us at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you check out the last episode that was our live podcast. Amazing. You could follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter. And you could go to TracyCarnazzo.com for my upcoming show dates, which I have a ton of and really good shows, I got to tell you. Noelle, if people wanted to find you on social media, where could they go?
They could go on Twitter and they could follow me at Noe Girl, or they can go to Instagram and they can follow me at Noe_bear810.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.